So
and
I'm
in there sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, is this it? Is this where I'm going?
Right.
God, is this what my life is? Like, so it comes my turn where my hearing is up, and my lawyer brought up HYTA. I'm like, I don't know what that is. What is that? And then he's presenting it to the judge like, hey, I present HYTA to my client. And the judge is like, the judge tell him to come to the bench. And I can hear them. And I'm hearing my lawyer, Mr. Evans, saying, come on, just give me this favor. And I just hear the judge, he shot a gun. He said, I know, but just give me this favor. And it really dawned on me, like, Jesus, they really about to throw me. They about to throw me to the wolves. They about to put me under the bus.
Mm-hmm. So like, and just to give light and understanding, like when you shoot a gun in the air, you know, that comes down.
Yeah.
And is liable to hit
something anybody,
anything, you know, ricochet or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. And it's such an unknown variable that
if it would have landed on someone, then it would have came back to me. It would have been a whole. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be here at all.
It would have been a whole different case.
Yeah, right, you're exactly right.
So.
But it's another good thing is that they didn't charge him with, you know, because when you brandish a weapon, they can give you 5 years just off brandishing.
Yeah.
You know, and you firing, that's a totally different story. But like you said, good thing it didn't hit nobody or shoot, it didn't come
down.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing, you know, and it's a good thing you had the lawyer that you had.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings up a very interesting situation because you had stated earlier that they kept pushing the case back because he probably was trying to research to try to figure the correct program to put you under, so you would not see any time.
Right.
And you know, I mean, it's your first offense.
Right.
You know, they could have gave you 2 years probation. Or they could have sent you up for, you know, like Jeff saying, 5 years, and then end up with 3 years parole.
But I don't think they do the whole breaks no more. You know what I mean? Because so much stuff is happening with these younger kids. I don't think they look at it like, okay, he had a breakdown or one incident, he might be okay. By so much happening with these younger kids now, I think they look at it like, okay, another black guy with another gun. Let's
just reverts back to the normal statistic. Old black guy doing this. Black guy, African American.
Why he got a gun in the first place? Right. Why he carrying a gun at 18 in the first place? You know, all that stuff. So it's crazy how when you get there and in that situation, and you don't think about it until you're in that situation.
You don't. Man.
Yeah.
And you think this not gonna happen. Man, it ain't not gonna happen. I'm gonna get away with it. Nobody really gonna pay attention to it, but really thinking they're really looking at that. They're really looking at you. They really got things out here to catch you robbing something or shooting a gun. These shot things they putting on the license that they gonna know.
That's a fact.
Where these shots are coming from. They can pinpoint what exact house.
That's crazy. So after your lawyer talked to the judge, well, while they was talking, when he was up there saying that, what was going through your head?
Really, I was going through. What was going through my head was, is my life over? Is this it? Am I going to go to jail, do my time, or however long time they give me, go to prison, do my time, and come out? Is this it? Am I going to be able to not do the things I want to do in my life, to not be able to do the things I really want to experience? And that was going through my mind, like, am I not going to see the people I love to see every day, that makes me smile every day, that helped me grow up, that brought me life, that gave me life, to have me see me in this position behind bars?
Right.
That crossed my mind every time. Every time I walked in the courtroom, each court date, like, is this it?
Now, did you have, even before when you got to your sentencing, and you did not know what was going to happen before it presented HYTA, was you scared to go to prison? Like, was a mindset? Because I mean, you see like some of the prison shows and all the stuff that they present out there.
Mhm.
Like, was like any man like, man, I don't want to go to prison. Like, I don't know what that life is going to look like.
Right.
For me,
Right.
because prison has
It's
it has its culture.
Prison has its culture. Yes,
that's a fact.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Before going in, I mean, like I said, I didn't know. Like, if I'm going to prison, like I said, I don't think prison is really for anybody. I mean, if you do something stupid, you're gonna suffer the consequences. And that was in my head. Hey, that was really on my mind. Like, I know I did something stupid. This is the consequence. This is what I have to go through. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm really hoping, like, is there a way? Is there a miracle that's gonna happen? Will I be able to do some type of community service or do some type of service or do just something that's gonna get me out of this situation? Right. Something. I pray, like, God, I pray, I'm sorry. This is something that this is not me. I'm like, I pray, like.
So what did the judge say once your lawyer got through pleading with him?
So after he returned to me, he came up to me. He said, she's agreed to give you HYTA, but you're gonna have to plead guilty to the charges. I said, okay. All right. When he said that, I didn't know what it was, but it felt like something that I just had to do to get out of here, get out of this building, to go home. And I said, all right. So after that, the judge said, yeah, we're going to do sentencing now. And after that, she said, Cordon, we find you, she asked me, the prosecutor. And the judge was like, so do you submit guilty to these charges? I said, yes. Do you submit guilty to count 1, count 2, and count 3? I said, yes, I plead guilty. And they said, under Michigan law, okay, we grant you HYTA, which is 18 months probation. You have to check in with the probation officer, usual stuff, with time served. Now, I mean, I knew what time served is. And I'm like, huh? Time served? What you mean? You get to go home. And what really blew it for me is one of the bailiffs came up to me and he gave me a piece of paper. And he was like, this is your get out of jail free card. And that's when it clicked. Like, damn, I'm really going home. Like, I was surprised at the same time. Like, I'm really going home. What how? So then my lawyer explained it to me. Yeah, it's a little program, the Homes Youth Program. To, like, if you're like 17 or 23, and if you do something, your first offense or something, they put you in this program. And if you complete the program without any incidents or violation to your probation, they seal your record.
Oh, that's dope.
So I'm like, okay, cool.
So what I want to know is, and I'm gonna aim this at the producer, is I want to know how many people get put into the HYTA program in Michigan a year. Because it doesn't seem like it's something that the court is just offering up.
I don't hear that a lot. This actually is my first time hearing it.
Yeah,
HYTA.
Yeah. But I've heard it a few times.
I mean, where you at? Of course, you go hear it, but I'm not trying to hear it. But I'm just saying, I've never heard the people I always surround myself with that do stuff ever, say HYTA. You know what I'm saying? So that's new to me. When you said it, I'm like, what is that?
Right.
So while the producer is looking that up, yeah. So that's, and again, I have to highlight that it doesn't sound like this is something that
It's just granted to anybody, or
that's just granted to anybody.
Right.
There, I don't think judges are sitting on the bench and say, you know what, since it's your first time, we gonna give you the HYTA program.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is obviously something that the prosecutor and the defense attorney have to come into agreement with in order for them to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna let you go through the HYTA program, and then the judge is gonna make a determination. I think the judge made the determination of what all the stipulations are.
Yes. They come up with all the conditions.
Well, all the conditions that you got to follow.
But he did say that his lawyer basically had to plead with the judge to give it to him.
Yeah.
And the judge was like, but he fired a gun. You know, he probably didn't want to give it to him just because he fired a gun.
She didn't. She was ready to say, yeah, go ahead and take him.
I mean, it's